It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson with colleagues Shaq and Ken Smith. The fans are filling the seats in San Antonio, the site of our broadcast, and where the Spurs will be going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. For the Cavaliers, they've been looking forward to this game and have to be anxious to tip it off. They've been pretty tight-lipped about the game plan coming in, but very soon we'll find out what approach they're going to.
The starting lineup for the visiting Cleveland Cavaliers. At shooting guard, J.R. Smith. At center, Tristan Thompson. At power forward, Kevin Love. At the other guard position, Isaiah Thomas. At the other forward position, LeBron James. The head coach of the visiting team is Tyronn Lue. Once again, your San Antonio Spurs.
We've got basketball action at the AT&T Center. We're in San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Spurs, live on 2K Sports. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Steve Smith and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And our friend on the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who we'll be hearing from shortly. Well, both sides in this game have incredible talents in the front court. You get the feeling, Steve, that they'll be going back and forth all night long.
When you have versatile guys in the front court, they can take over the basketball game because no matter what, rebounding is a premium. And then you have these guys that can score, dribble, and pass. From the front court, if you have a talented big guy, he can impact the game, I think, even more than a guard.
Yeah, I agree. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So on the floor for Cleveland. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. Smith is the 2 with LeBron at the 3. And it's Thomas in at the point. The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. Thompson, a screen on Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nice shot by Smith.
And for a guy who makes his living from beyond the arc, that mid-range jumper must look like a layup to JR.
And you look back for J.R. Smith, Steve, over the years, some questionable choices. His reputation took a hit, but do you feel he's turned over a new chapter in his life?
Yeah, I do. I mean, spending time with LeBron James has definitely had him matured. Everybody looked at him as a prankster, not just on the court, but off the court. He's doing a better job. I'm happy to see him maturing.
Here's Thompson. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Thompson passes to Smith over Green, and there's J.R. Smith on the assist by Thompson.
He doesn't need much room. With a hand in his face, JR still drills it.
Parker kicks to Leonard. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. That shot wide open. Green's got his first 3 points of the game.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
It's a pick by Love. Smith dishes to Love. And stolen by Aldridge. Right side, Green. Back to Gasol. Parker outside. Gasol a screen. With 4 seconds on the clock. And another basket for San Antonio.
This is where Kawhi's an absolute killer. That in-between area.
Thomas. That shot, no good. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And a chance to hear from Tony Parker, who said he lives for the challenge of continuing to improve.
I always try to improve and get better, and Pop always challenged me. He came to me and he said, you know, good players, they can have a great season, but the great players, they have many great seasons. So he said, what you want to be?
And in Tony Parker's case, great is what he wanted to be and has been for a long time.
You know, that's great because that shows Pops and why he's one of the best in the game. You got to be able to drive and motivate and also give the confidence. And that's what's happened with Tony Parker. Remember when he first came on the scene, it was not a cakewalk for him. He had his struggles, and now we're talking about a guy who's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Jay Crowder.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
And boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through one.
Yeah, their scoring's been on point. They've got the early lead. Always feels good when that happens.
Mills and Manu at the guards. Laverne out there with Anderson. And it's Gay in at the small forward position. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kawhi Leonard has become a go-to scorer, but his focus still starts at the defensive end. He said, my mindset is the same every game. Whoever I'm playing against, I go in and try to stop their best scorer and then try to get myself going in the offensive end. Kevin?
And David, that's what you get with Kawhi. Mr. Consistency, one of the best two-way players in the game. Here's Mills, following the score by Derrick Rose. Anderson the screen. And Mills kicks to Gay. To the inside, Laverne, and the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
I like the extra pass. We know Rudy's a shooter first, but he also understands what this offense requires.
First personal foul, team Spurs.
The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the game. A different look now for San Antonio. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Kyle Anderson, and Murray subbed in for Manu Ginobili. And then for Cleveland, Thompson comes in for Kevin Love, and James subbed in for Iman Shumpert.
One shot, gentlemen.
That free throw good from Laverne. And for Cleveland, repeat or no repeat, just having that first title still resonates. A city no longer defined by sports futility.
Now here's James. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And Thompson throws it down.
A solid athlete, quick leaper. Thompson's always a threat on this play.
Great way to see the alley-oop. That replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Now here's Mills. Here's the screen. The feed to Murray. Right side, Leonard. 1 second left. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And you can't end the period any better than that.
Yeah, I agree. Shot clock doing his thing. He times it out perfectly.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Spurs lead by 5. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Tyronn Lue. Coach, what is the focus going to be in the second half?
Just play the right way. Move the ball, share the ball, get stops, and get out and run in transition.
Always leads to good results. Thanks, Tyronn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Time for the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It's San Antonio out on top at halftime. They have a 5-point lead. Kenny, what's your take?
Well, so far, they've taken care of their business here at home. It's something you might expect, but it's not a given. We'll see if they can keep that up in the second half.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, they're not matching up well defensively, giving up a lot of open looks, a lot of easy points. They're allowing a crazy high shooting percentage, 60% and up. Time to step it up quick.
And that will wrap up.
A spectacular aerial shot of downtown San Antonio, Texas, the Tower Life Building, front and center. We welcome you back. Welcome back. And so many great young players around the NBA right now, Steve. If you were starting a franchise, who would you look to build around?
I mean, there's some guys. I mean, Anthony Davis, Karl Anthony Towns. Joel Embiid is one of those guys I think has a chance to be a superstar. It's so many guys. Giannis Antetokounmpo for sure. And I think a guy, a name I'm going to throw out there, Devin Booker. I think one day he's going to get a chance to be a franchise player.
His dad played in the league. You're right. That's a good name to keep track of. On the court for Cleveland, Smith is the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson.
Yes. Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
Special thanks to Under Armour for that sweet replay we just saw. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Leonard against James. An easy 2 points on the layup.
You tell me, who's better at making contested shots? LeBron loves the challenge.
Aldridge a screen. Green against Smith. Aldridge, the pass to Parker. Nobody near Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. 11 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Love outside. He's looking for James and finds him. 6 to shoot. And he gets the bucket. James has got 4 this quarter.
One of the best finishers this league has ever seen. LeBron with another inside.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Aldridge a screen. Parker kicks to Leonard. Gasol a screen on Thompson. Outside Gasol. Green inside the three-point line. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. The shot, no good. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. It's San Antonio. They lead by 3. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson with colleagues Shaq and Ken Smith. The fans are filling the seats in San Antonio, the site of our broadcast, and where the Spurs will be going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. For the Cavaliers, they've been looking forward to this game and have to be anxious to tip it off. They've been pretty tight-lipped about the game plan coming in, but very soon we'll find out what approach they're going to.
The starting lineup for the visiting Cleveland Cavaliers. At shooting guard, J.R. Smith. At center, Tristan Thompson. At At power forward, Kevin Love. At the other guard position, Isaiah Thomas. At the other forward position, LeBron James. The head coach of the visiting team is Tyronn Lue. Center, 7 feet, number 16, Pau Gasol. At the power forward position, standing 6'11", number 12, Marcus Aldridge. A 6'7" forward from San Diego State, number 2, Kawhi. Your head coach is Greg Popovich. Once again, your San Antonio Spurs.
We've got basketball action at the AT&T Center. We're in San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Spurs, live on 2K Sports. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Steve Smith and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And our friend on the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who we'll be hearing from shortly. Well, both sides in this game have incredible talents in the front court. You get the feeling, Steve, that they'll be going back and forth all night long.
When you have versatile guys in the front court, they can take over the basketball game because no matter what, rebounding is a premium. And then you have these guys that can score, dribble, and pass. From the front court, if you have a talented big guy, he can impact the game, I think, even more than a guard.
Yeah, I agree. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. So on the floor for Cleveland. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. Smith is the 2 with LeBron at the 3. And it's Thomas in at the point. The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. Thompson, a screen on Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nice shot by Smith.
And for a guy who makes his living from beyond the arc, that mid-range jumper must look.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And though he's a physical, tough-minded individual, Danny Green's averaged less than 1 free throw attempt per game over his career. That's surprising.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Nice job extending the lead and making this a 2-possession game now.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're trailing by 4. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
I mean, tough position, but really they can't blame anybody but themselves.
They've certainly missed on some opportunities, but stranger things have happened. They need a quick shot and an immediate foul right here.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
The versatile skill set of Love, the defender has no idea which move he's going to.
Cavaliers, Kevin Love, 2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
You know, he's strong. He's a gifted big man with a high basketball IQ. That's Kevin Love.
Both free throws good from Love.
And now you're in a great position thanks to those clutch free throws. One possession game now.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Shooting for San Antonio, Daniel Green. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game. Thomas kicks to James. The pass to Smith. The tray. It falls! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
This is what you love about JR, the confidence in the big moment.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're in front by 1. Just 4 seconds left in the game. Leonard dishes to Green. And an intentional foul right there.
Shooting from San Antonio, Tony Parker. Taking 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
Popovich has done a great job with developing Tony Parker's entire game, and you're seeing it right now at the free throw line.
So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
That's why you want him at the line when the game is close. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. And so it's San Antonio who's straight by with the win. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And that's gonna do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.